Hello and welcome to another session in English language. And today we're going to be considering different aspects of English. First, we'll look into structure, the plural forms of nouns. And then we'll take something on speech work under stress patterns. We're going to take stress on 5-syllable words. And lastly, we're going to do something on story writing, or what you call creative or imaginative writing. But before all of that, let us review the previous lesson. Welcome back. Like I said, our focus today will be first on structure, plural forms of nouns. Plural forms of nouns. So we want to look at how do we form the plural of nouns. What are plurals? Plurals is a number that is more than one. Okay, so we have numbers in English language, and the two numbers we have in English language is singular and plural. So singular means that the number is one, while plural means the number is more than one. So when we have one, we have singular, more than one, we have plural. So when we have more than one, how do we form their plural? That's what we want to look at today. So in singular form, okay, most of the nouns just add what s to the singular form. For instance, table becomes what? Tables. Okay, we have key become what? Keys. We have book become what? Books. We have shirt become what? Shirts. Okay, we have car become what? Cars. Okay, car become what? Cars. We have what? Chair become what? Chairs. So that's how we form the plural of some nouns. Some nouns take what? es, okay, at their ending, especially when those nouns end in an s, x, sh, ch, or o. Most of them add what? es. For instance, potato, it ends in an o. When you are going to form the plural, potatoes, es. This one ends in an x, box. From the plural, boxes. Church, stage, churches. Okay, bus, buses. Dish, dishes. Okay, we could have watch. And we have watches. We could have like brush. Or we could have brush. Okay, so the examples are numerous. Okay, examples are numerous. Then some of them, there are exceptions to that one. For instance, piano don't add es, it becomes piano. Zoos don't add es. Kangaroos don't add es. There's some you change their form. You don't write child, then child's is no. There's nothing like that on child's. Is what? Children. Okay? Oxen. So you change this one. You change their form their plurals by changing the singular form. Okay? By changing the singular form. Then we have the plural form of nouns. Plural form of nouns continuing. So we have some of them that end in f. Okay, not everyone that ends in an f or fe ends in ves. So some change ves. For instance, belief, plural is what? Beliefs. We have chief becoming what? Chiefs. We have cow, but not becoming cows, but what? Calves. Okay. We have thief becoming what? Thieves. Leaf becoming what? Leaves. Wife becoming what? Wives. Knife also becoming what? Knives. Okay, so what you just do is change the F to V and add ES. Okay, but there are exceptions also to that. Okay, there are some of them that have double plural. For instance, dwarf. This is pronounced dwarf. So we have dwarfs and dwarves. Dwarfs and dwarves. We have scarf and we have scarves and scarves. Hoof, we have hoofs and we have hoofs. We have dwarf, dwarfs and what? Dwarfs. So the examples are inexhaustive. Then some of the nouns that end in a Y change to I and add ES. To give examples, we have city, ending in Y, changing to I, add ES. Baby, ending to Y to I and add ES. Same thing with lorry, same thing with one lady, same thing with one country. But that does not apply to what key. Okay, there are exceptions to this. So that right is wrong. See, just said anytime there's a Y, change it to I and add ES. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so what you do for here is just add what? S. Keys. Keys. So this is wrong. This is correct. Okay, so let's move on. So we have examples. We have donkey, donkeys, monkey, toy, toys. Don't change the Y to I and add ES. Then some change just the vowels. For instance, we give an example here: foot. The vowel there is U, becoming feet. We have man becoming what? Men. Becoming like mans. Goose becoming what? Geese. Mouse becoming what? Mice. Tooth becoming what? Teeth. Okay, so it's just changing the vowels to form their plurals. Okay, then most of the ones that end in IS change to what? ES. We have example: crisis ends in IS. We're going to form the plural where it's not ES. Hypothesis IS change to what? ES in the plural form. Then we also have some nouns that don't have, they have an unchanged structure in plural form. For instance, we have cattle. There's nothing like cattle. Cattle is cattle. Sheep is what? Sheep. Okay, it's not like sheep, it's sheep. Sheep is sheep. Deer is deer. Furniture is what? Furniture. It's not like furnitures. Okay, information. There's nothing like informations. Baggage. There's nothing like what? Baggages. Please, it's pack your bags and baggage. So bag can be bags, or please baggage is what? Baggage. So it remains unchanged. Then some nouns remain or are treated as what? Singular. News, for instance, news. Okay, physics, they are treated as what? Singular. Mathematics. Okay, measles is a terminal, so we use that they agree with singular verbs. Linguistics is an interesting course. Politics is a dirty game. So these are nouns that are treated always as what? Singular. Even though they end in S, they are not plural. Please look at every of the examples here. They all end in S. Does not mean they are what? Plural form. Then we have Latin, or origin of words. For instance, datum becoming data, criterion becoming criteria, medium becoming what? Media, and formula becoming formulae. Alright, so let's move on to speech work. Okay, so every of the examples I've given, so I said the syllable that receives the stress is always pronounced longer and louder than the unstressed words syllable. Please never forget that anytime you see something like this under stress pattern. So for instance, the words that are written in uppercase letter is showing that it's receiving the stress. Okay, this is what administration, okay, confederation, cooperation, privatization, communication, examination. So they are all 5-syllable words. Examination, okay. We also have authenticity. But this time around, we don't stress on what you call the penultimate syllable. That is the syllable before the syllable before the last syllable. Here you stress the third syllable from the end. Authenticity. So from the end means we have T. So we have C and we have T. So it's stressed on the third syllable from the end. Because if you're going to write that So the third from the end simply means count 1, 2, stress. That's why T and so. So we have also can, that, T, B, T. That's it. The third from the end means stress what? T. You don't understand it now. Okay? So then the same thing applies to AL words. Agricultural, so you stress from the third syllable from the end. International, conversational. Then also words that end in ISM, IVE, IVME are stressed on the fourth syllable from the end. This is 1, 2, 3, very hard. This is 1 and 2, 3. This is the fourth syllable. Easy. That inexhaustible. Okay, so let's quickly move into what you call creative writing. Creative writing. Now, under creative writing, like I said, you are required to employ what you call your imagination. You are employed to use your what? Imagination. So you can write real life stories, you can write imaginary stories. So under creative writing, we have short stories, we have poetry, we have what? Drama. Okay? So for today, our focus is on what? Short story. So a short story, like we said, is a narration created from the what? Writer's imagination or factual knowledge of an event that has taken place. Okay? So the writer of a short story either imagined it or actually is an eyewitness and has factual knowledge about that thing. Now, so let's look at the features of a short story. A short story must always have a theme. What is a theme? Central point. Okay? Theme is what? Central point. What the story about. Then we have the plot of the story. The plot of the story shows us what the story line. You must always have a plot in the story. you must have the order in which the story follows. Then we also have what we call characters. Characters are the persons or the actors, okay, in a particular play. The actors who took part in such event. Okay, so names would always be given, and we have some characters to show such. Then we must also have what you call setting. Right? In the case of setting, it tells us where the event took place, the location. Right? It's a setting or location. Okay? So setting or location. Then please, your story must begin with a climax. Okay? And a climax or a conclusion. Okay? So it's very important. For instance, I have beginnings from here. From the beginning, you can begin your story like that. From the beginning, it was not so. On the 16th April 2002, I set out with my sister Obiagili for our grandma's place in Banjul, which was about 5 kilometers away from the University of Banjul. Or you can write from the conclusion, can I ever walk again? Is my dream of entering the university this session over? Had I listened to the voice of wisdom? These were my words of regret as I remembered the 16th April when I set out with my sister. That's the beginning of conclusion. You remember the first one we began with from the beginning. Here, now let's look at the language. The language must always be past tense. Remember, you are narrating and has the your tense of past tense. Okay? In the past tense. Then please, you must also employ the use of dialogue, humor, anecdotes, the rhetorical questions. Will I ever be able to walk again? It's a rhetorical question. Okay? So then, your narration should always be in the first person or third person. And that means your use of pronouns should be in the first person or third person. So it could be first person singular I, or first person plural we, or third person plural third person singular he or she, and third person plural they. Then use your imagination, in the descriptive aspect of the story. For instance, see an example: the car screeched to a halt, and 3 hefty, fierce-looking men jumped out of it. Wow, somebody said, "Oh my God!" I held my breath and tiptoed to the back of the house, creating a kind of suspense. So, in this, I believe you've learned a whole lot on creative writing. So I expect that you attempt your own story. Thank you for joining this session. To refresh your memory and recall all that was taught in this lesson, I would love that you take the test that appears on your screen.